I'm so excited to welcome you to the Nature Goddesses Intensive, which will be over the Easter weekend on 15th and 16th of April. This is a workshop and an intensive that is very dear to my heart, and one that I think is beautifully needed in the times that we live in. There is so much conversation and, of course, reality about the fact that we are deeply disconnected from Earth and from nature, and we have destroyed so much of the wild, and we have set ourselves up now as the saviors of nature. But nothing can be further from the truth. Nature is wild. She has always been wild, and she will always be wild. The most ancient goddesses were very ferocious war goddesses, and it wasn't really about signaling a warlike humanity, but it was signaling the power and the potency of nature and of its importance to us, because we are, like nature, also have this wildness in us, and our wildness is that which is not of our minds, because our mind, the mental consciousness, has always got this drive to tame and conquer and domesticate and control, and that's what we've been doing for centuries. And we've come to a point now where we cannot ignore the truth that we cannot control nature. In fact, we are part of nature. We are within nature, and nature is intelligent. She is self-sustaining, and she knows how to take care of herself. And our survival, our well-being, our nourishing depends on us experiencing how we are a part of nature. And almost all ancient traditions across the world had this as their inquiry, is how are we? Because we have this mental consciousness that forever strives to separate us from nature. So how do we balance that? By experiencing the connection, not by speaking about it, not by objectifying nature, but how do we experience this connection? How does it become something that is visceral and intimate? And how does it connect to the nature within us? The trees, the wildness, the animals, how does it connect to all of that sensation and nature within us? And this is what we will be exploring over 2 days. We will be looking at some of the ancient movements from the Natya Shastra, which is the 4,000-year-old dance text. But we will also look at some of the hymns and songs. And something special that I'm going to include in the intensive is an invocation of the 9 planets, because in April, the 9 planets are all in play, which is a very unusual astrological event. I understand that it happens about once in 160 years, or something very extraordinary. And so I wanted to include an invocation to these energies of these planets. Again, the planets are invoked in dance, in our bodies, because everything that is out there is also in our bodies, and we connect through nature to nature through our bodies, through our own bodies, because that's where nature begins. So I hope that if you feel called to not be immersed in the world of talking heads and talking, I'm talking myself now, but if you want to take a break from all the talking and allow your body to lead you to a very different sensation and embodied space, I will be delighted and honored to have you join us in invoking the nature goddesses. Thank you.